Hello and good morning. Yeah, we've been. Well, I've not. I'm just going to get my hanky. I'll turn you off for a minute. Yeah, so come on then. Come up and say hello to your fans. Come on. Who's that, Rose? Who's that? Come on, go get him. Go get him. Come on in. Oh, Bruce, what's that? Oh dearie me. Oh god. Go on then. Oh go Bruce. Oh, stick that over there. Oh dearie me. Oh god, is that going to be on my lug hole again? Is it? Every time I film, I get the camera on me lug hole. It's only a little cheap camera. I'm not into filming and high-tech quality recording stuff. Apologies, I am having my breakfast at the same time. Just one Weetabix. I've never been one for eating first thing in the morning. However, I have lost a little bit of weight because earlier on this year I had a little bit of a health scare, and late January I was told I had cancer, and it was in an awkward place. Yeah, so I've been kind of dealing with that all year, and frightening, very, very frightening. And you're given that news and you don't know if you're coming or going, living or dying. Yeah. So eventually I had to have some scans, PET scans. I've had 3 PET scans. Some glands checked out and this and that and the other. Every time it was waiting for news to see whether or not, you know, where it was going, etc, etc. But anyway, long story short, it's been a terrible year on that news, and yeah, so in which case that's what I did have a YouTube channel, but I deleted it. I thought, you know what, I had many sad days, if you want to call it that. I woke up so many times in the night, and I just cried, and Sarah's been my rock. Sarah's been a real good backbone for me, and she's been there for me, and she's took a lot of time off work, and I can't fault her one bit. And one thing Sarah said to me, she said, if I could take this away from you, I would. My words to Sarah was, but then I'd have to deal with it with you, so it's, you know, yeah. Yeah, I had so many nights crying, angry, upset. Then it just went to the back of my mind because I hadn't heard anything for a bit, and then all of a sudden it would pop back up, an appointment would come or some phone call, and then it would bring it all back again, and then I'd just burst out in tears. And I thought, you know, I'm a grown man, but obviously I'm a compassionate man. I am very passionate, compassionate. Not nice to have that news. I won't wish it on anybody. Sarah's in the garden now. If you see me looking out there, Sarah's in the garden. She's had what she's had some work done in the garden. My son's been round and done that. He's a landscape gardener, and basically he's done something. She's always wanted some edgings around borders. So what we've done, we've made them bigger. We've given her what she wanted, basically. happy wife is a happy life. So yeah, excuse me for eating, but anyway, long story short again. Well, it's going to be a long story, isn't it? Yeah, I did have I went in for a day surgery because I was given options. I went for the wrong option, basically, to have it try and have it done on day surgery through endoscopy, and he said he took a tumour out, but obviously it was a month later I had to go back in for another appointment with the consultant for the upper GI guy, and he gave me two options: live or die, basically. I can laugh about it now. I think I have that right to, you know. But like I say, I wouldn't wish this upon anybody. You know, and I actually thought, do I really want to go through this surgery? He said it was a long process. It was 9.5 hour surgery, and basically I had to have the gullet took out from just above this bone here. If you can see that there, somewhere there, down to the stomach, and then part of my stomach took away, and then some of the stomach was to be made into a new gullet, yeah, so Sarah had already answered for me, yeah, we'll have it done. I thought, oh, okay. So yeah, so we opted to have the this surgery. It was booked in pre-op in 9.5 hour surgery. It was, and it turned out successful. So well, as far as I know, it is. I've got an appointment. I think it is next week with the consultant. And I got an appointment with the consultant next week. I had an appointment with the nurse. The nurse did phone me up, the one of the Macmillan nurses, or whoever she was. I think Sarah said she's a Macmillan nurse. And she actually gave me some news over the phone. She said, do you want some news over the phone? I said, yeah. I said, is it good or bad? If it's bad, then no. If it's good, then yes. So we had to go through the data protection thing and this, that and the other. And she said, obviously, she said, do I understand what I've had done, etc., etc. And which I had to explain, you know, what I thought I'd had done. She said, oh, and then she turned around and said, I've got some good news for you, Kevin. She says, you're cancer-free and no further treatment. And I was quite emotional. Sarah was as well. I had to give this phone to Sarah, to be honest with you, because I was kind of, yeah. It's so good to have that news. And I've got some life-changing kind of eating habits now. But I think they're slowly getting better. That was Weetabix, but that's very kind of, I've been having Ready Brek or Weetabix first thing. I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost 2 stone in weight, just over 2 stone in weight. I'm actually down just below 14 stone. I think a lot of it is because I haven't actually. I used to like a little bit of a drink. Anybody who knows me, as we all do, and I haven't had a drink since May, an alcoholic drink. And you've been on that muddy board, huh? Get out, go on, out, and don't get jumping on my bed. Yeah, so I haven't had alcoholic drink since May, although I went to Sub-Zero alcoholic 0.0 beers, which were quite nice. The wine was nice. I will probably go back to the wine in time. I haven't had a 0.0 drink for about 11 weeks now. You know, some would say stay off it now, Kev. It's not. Yeah, my taste buds ain't there at the moment, so can't even enjoy a cup of tea. Although I'm going to go and make one in a minute. They seem to be coming back slowly, but I'm not drinking a whole cup of tea. Yeah, so no further treatment, no chemotherapy, and I'm still hurting all down my right side. It's giving me jip now. I've had a couple of paracetamol this morning, but I'm off the painkillers. And this is 8 weeks yesterday since I had the surgery. Rough time in hospital. Didn't even know where I was. The first 4 days I didn't know where I was. I had these tubes, these drains in the side, because it was actually all keyhole robotics surgery, and they went through the side, through the ribs, round and up and whatever, and plus at some points round the stomach. And I'm still hurting now. I can't kind of manoeuvre like, you know, the normal person would do. But yeah, we're getting there, and it's a slow recovery, but I'm when I first come home, I was actually sleeping a lot. I was going to bed. I was getting up around sort of 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock, having my breakfast. The only thing I could have was a milky chocolate, just half a cup. Was the only thing I could get my taste buds around. Then within an hour, I'd be back in bed. I'll be up and down from bed probably all day long. Now I'll probably be back in bed at tea time to the next morning. And but now I'm up all day at the minute now, so we're slowly getting there. But anyway, so yeah, that was this year. It was pretty horrible year, to be honest with you. Life changes, and none of us know what's around the corner. You just don't know what's going to happen and what life brings you. The changes, you know, and health issues that are just going to pop up, and you think, you know, I wouldn't wish this upon anybody. I've not my worst enemy. Yeah, terrible. You'd be surprised how many friends and family I've lost or disappeared, and which I find strange. You know, the simplest of people that I've worked with, and you know, who are constantly in touch. You know, my nephews and nieces, I've not even heard from them all year. I've not even heard from my sisters, to be honest with you. But I've never really been one for getting on with them anyway. But my nephews and nieces, and you know, whom I've done work for and worked with, and but I've dismissed them from my life now. But I've made new friends along the way, and they're the people that I want to keep in my life. Yeah, you don't know what's around the corner. Really don't. Anyway, enough of that. So on that note, yes, I am all clear. I'm still recovering. I'm going to go and make a cup of tea, and I'll come back to you again in a minute.